Okay, so there are various ways in which water can become contaminated through fracking. The National Resources Defense Council released an article titled Fracking 101 this year, and they say that spills and leaks can occur throughout the fracking process, including during the transportation of concentrated chemical additives, the mixing and pumping of fracturing fluids, and the storage, transportation, and disposal of used fracturing fluid and wastewater. Now, both human error and equipment failure can also cause spills and leaks, and some spills are known to have reached surface water resources according to the Environmental Protection Agency. They also report that in 2017, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency released a report drawn from 6 years of study on potential impacts of the industry on the country's drinking water resources. The report summarized studies that have shown contamination in communities like Dimmock, Pennsylvania, and Pavilion, Wyoming, where explosive methane and toxic chemicals had leached into the groundwater. It also conducted its own research near a number of fracking sites across the nation, which showed that tertiary butyl alcohol, a component of gasoline, and other substances were contaminating nearby wells. So here we can see that fracking can contaminate water because of spills and leaks, and because of things that human error and equipment failure, which isn't entirely anybody's fault, but that it does happen. And the cleanup of wastewater is expensive and difficult. Environment America says that cleanup of drinking water contamination is so expensive that it is rarely even attempted. Again, in Dimmock, Pennsylvania, Cabot Oil and Gas reported having spent $109,000 on systems to remove methane from well water for 14 local households, while in Colorado, cleanup of an underground gas seep has been going on for 8 years, at a cost of hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. The provision of temporary replacement water supplies is also expensive. The Cabot Oil and Gas reported having spent at least $193,000 on replacement water for homes with contaminated water in Dimmock, Pennsylvania. So methane is a main component of natural gas, and it is 25 times more potent in trapping heat than in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide. The case studies released an article titled Potential Health and Environmental Effects of Hydrofracking, and they say that in a recent study by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration monitoring gas wells in Colorado estimated that 41% of the methane produced by these wells is escaping into the atmosphere. The scientists there found the Will County gas wells to be equal to the carbon emissions of 1 to 3 million cars. The National Resources Defense Council states that fracking consumes anywhere between 1.5 and 16 millions of gallons of water to frack a single well, according to the United States Geological Survey. So here we can see that fracking takes up a lot of water, which exacerbates the depleting water supply. And